Have you ever thought about going on some sort of boat cruise, but you weren't quite sure if a boat cruise was the right idea for you? Well, it just so happens that Lamont here decided to do that for his birthday, and he wants to share his experience with us.
Yeah, so you know, today is October the 20th. So my birthday is 2 days from now. 22nd, be 32. And a friend of mine, April, she always puts these little get-togethers together, like get everybody together for camping or whatever. So she ended up putting together this cruise. And originally, I didn't even plan on taking this week off for the vacation. So I switched everything around to make this happen because, I mean, who doesn't want to go on a cruise with a bunch of their friends or whatnot? And it turned out to be pretty cool. So as I get there, I'm walking up, you got to walk up all these little weird zigzaggy things out in Long Beach. Finally get to the final little bridge to walk across to the boat. This big ass boat, man. It's kind of crazy. All I can think about is Titanic. I'm ready to go to the front, and just, but it's like, wow, this thing is huge being that close to one.
Right.
And then as you walk in, it's like a freaking mall lobby. Like there was a stage with a bar around it, musicians on the stage playing music. Look up, it's like 10 floors above you, some stores up there. It's a trip, dude. So I'm like, what the heck is this? So, I'm thinking we got to go to like the guest check-in or something, like you would do at a hotel. They're like, no, just go to your room. Your keys at your room. I'm like, what the heck? Okay. So figure out what floor I'm on, go to my room, get my little, there's a paper that your keys in. So you rip it, open the door. I go into the room. I'm like, oh, nice. I got my queen bed, put all my stuff away. I go outside on the balcony because I had a balcony.
Nice.
Look outside,
Nice.
Looking over the water. Like, dang, this is crazy, man. But then from there, what you do? You go get some drinks.
Absolutely.
So, I go get some drinks, walk around. And for those of you who haven't not been on a cruise, they have a drink package that you could purchase prior to the cruise that is about $60 a day per person. So I did a 4-day cruise, so it came out to about $240 after taxes and everything. And with that package, you get 15 drinks maximum per day. So I figured, why not? Might as well do that. So straight to the bar, start on my free drinks,
Get to work.
Yep. Then start walking around doing the grand tour of the boat. The name of the boat I was on was Radiance. So Carnival Radiance. They had a casino, which I don't really care too much for, We already live in Las Vegas. I got enough casinos around.
True that.
But I wasn't expecting it. That was something that was just a shock. Like, wow, there's a casino on the boat. They had a theater, like an indoor theater where they do some comedy nights. They did bingo, some other stuff, They had a club, a piano bar.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty dope, man. So take the tour, see everything, then we go eat. We went to eat at Big Chicken.
The place is called Big Chicken?
Yeah, you've never had Big Chicken? We have one here in Vegas. So Big Chicken is Shaquille O'Neal's little chicken restaurant. It's kind of sort of like a Chick-fil-A in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one over there on Paradise, but I wasn't expecting that on the boat, and I already like it. So I'm like, oh yeah. So I go get me a Jerome.
Can you dig it?
Yep. exactly. So yeah, go get some big chicken, get some food in my stomach, drink some more alcohol,
Of course.
Walk around some more and see everything. And like I said, man, it was pretty dope. And then we had dinner at 8:15. So before we hit dinner up, we went to see one of the comedians. I forget his freaking name, man. I'm kind of disappointed I forgot his name, but dude was hilarious. His little like montage or whatever for his name was he's the master of improv.
Okay.
So during his skit, he'll say a few lines that I guess, to start off the show or whatnot, and then he'll just be like, "Turn the lights on." That's when everybody's like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "Yeah, motherfuckers, you knew it was gonna happen." And he just starts walking around and just, "Hey, you, what's your name? Who you here with?" "Oh, I'm here with my wife." "Have you gotten any yet?" "Oh no." "Wow, she's your wife and she hasn't given you any on this cruise?" He's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna try to help you with that. I'm gonna find somebody else that's gonna get." Like, yeah, it was funny. He was putting people on blast for all kind of stuff, man. It was dope. Then after that, we went to our dinner, and when you set up everything and book your cruise, you kind of set up your dinner as well for the free dinner. So your time will always be the same. So our dinner was at 8:15.
Okay.
For the entire group. I think it was like 16 of us total.
Damn.
Yeah. Pretty dope though, man.
Oh, that your friend that sets this stuff up, she really fucking goes all out and
Oh yeah. You should see
plans this stuff out.
You should see the camping trips.
I need an invite next time, bro. Shit.
You heard that, April? Gotta invite JD next time.
Come on.
Yeah. So first night did that, then did dinner. Then we hit the club after dinner. Club was popping, man. Pretty dope. DJ was on point. Kind of started off slow, but that's exactly how a club should start.
Warm you up.
Yeah. They're playing a little whatever songs and then get into the good stuff towards the end. I hit the club probably every night, actually. Now that I think about it, I hit the club every night. It was a 4-day cruise. I hit the comedy show 3 times. What else? That's kind of it, man. That's all I really did. So our first stop after leaving Long Beach, we hit Catalina Island. So that was an experience because, especially growing up in LA, I'd never been to Catalina. And I always thought Catalina was like eyes distance. It's kind of far. Not that close. But it was interesting how we had to get off of the ship to get to Catalina. They had little boats charter over, pick us up, take us over.
That makes sense because the water gets too shallow.
That plus there's no place for that boat to dock. Like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's not a big enough port for that boat to come in and park. So it parks off, 700 yards away. And they give you your time to make sure you're back there. Like, look, the last shuttle is 4:45,
Be here, you stuck, motherfucker.
And I've seen those videos. I'm sure you guys have seen them too. I done seen videos of people running, trying to catch the boat and the boat's leaving. I'm like, I'm not being that dude. You said 4:45? I'll be here at 3:45. I'm not playing. Catalina was dope. Not too much to do there. They, they had some little shops, some little food spots, we went to some little bar. I went and got some ice cream. Then we rented a golf cart, rode around on the golf cart. My boy Devin almost got him a DUI.
Really? On a golf cart? On a golf cart?
Yeah. So they had like securities riding around too. And so he was driving the golf cart and he had an open container on the golf cart. He wasn't drinking or nothing. It was sitting in the cup holder, but
just like here in Vegas, though, baby.
For those of you who don't know, Catalina Island is still California. So the security rolled up on him and was like, "Hey, man," he's like, "Look, this is still California. You can't ride around with an open container while you're driving. So, yeah, just follow me back, and you're gonna return the golf cart, and we're gonna call it a day and send you on your way. We're not gonna ruin your trip." It's kind of cool because
Of course.
He could have just went and been an asshole right off bat.
I've seen people get DUIs on bikes, so that's very cool that he was like, "Hey, let me help you out."
Right. You know. And then fun fact that I didn't know, but Wrigley, the gum, he's the owner of the city, Catalina. He used to own the entire island, but his accountant told him he was paying too much in taxes and was like, yeah, you need to kind of sell majority of this. So he just still kind of owns the little city there, which was interesting. I was like, what?
A nice little tidbit of history too.
Yeah.
'Cause Wrigley's has been around for fucking ever, man.
And which baseball team does he own?
Well, there's Wrigley's Field.
Yeah, what team is that?
I don't know if he owns that baseball own the team.
He does.
Really?
Yeah.
What is Wrigley's? That's
not Chicago, is it?
That's what I'm thinking. It might be Chicago.
But that team used to go there too to do like spring training and whatnot. One of the bartenders was telling me.
Yeah, Wrigley's Field's Chicago.
Yeah. They used to go there and do spring training every summer. I was like, wow, it's interesting. And I was at the taco shop. I was talking to one of the young dudes there. I'm like, man, you grew up here? He's like, yeah. Born and raised in Catalina Island. Like, for real?
What a life.
I thought it was pretty cool. He was kind of like, nah, it's not. He's like, dude, there's nothing to do here. And everything you want to do, go shopping or whatever, you have to leave the island. So you got to get on a boat. It's the only way to leave. So I was like, I see, I guess, you know. But as you get older, you would want that life. Mm-hmm. Trust me. So, around 3:30, start heading back to the boat. And as we get closer and closer to the front of the line and get back on the boat, you see these drunk girls in line, right? They're faded. White girl wasted, chocolate wasted.
They got chocolate wasted.
They're talking loud and all this stuff. Well, whatever. Each of his own. And then they get to the front of the line. I guess one of the girls don't have her ID and her key card to get back on the boat. So the guy's talking to her like, where's your stuff? And she's drunk. She's like, I don't know, I'm looking like, see, you about to get left. I feel bad for you.
About to get Catalina Island.
Yeah, you're gonna live here.
You're gonna be left here.
Right, stranded. She's gonna be the next vanished episode, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time we've seen her.
So the guy was doing like the little last call or whatever for the boat. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. I get on the boat, get back over to the ship, and I'm like, hopefully you guys make it. Good luck. Not much I can do.
Best of luck to you, bitches.
Hey, man. You had one job.
And you got stuff you got to make it back home to, right?
Exactly.
So fuck them.
That's not my job, man. You keep your fucking shit with you. How you lose it? And first of all, don't get that drunk. Wait till you get back to the ship. Yeah, right. So we go back to the ship. I go take a nap. I'm a little tired. Go to dinner. Hit the club again. Next morning, get up. Go hit the buffet. Buffet was all right. They had basic stuff: eggs, bacon, sausage. Pretty cool.
Breakfast buffet. Okay.
Yeah. Breakfast buffet. And then also there was a burger spot on there. It's Guy Fieri's had a burger spot on there.
All right.
And ship. Yeah. I'm like, wow, they got some names on here,
I mean, you're paying for it, so they might as well go all out and give you at least some name brand type of stuff, right?
Exactly.
Some higher end stuff.
So after breakfast, I hit the bar outside deck, right? And by the way, we were staying on the main floor, the 9th floor. They call it the Lido floor. So when you come out of your room and walk down, then you go out the door. That's where the pools are. Go upstairs one level. The slide is there for like the kids, the water slide. That's where the outdoor bars are, the buffet, Big Chicken. Everything's on that floor.
All right.
So after that, hit where the pool area is. Go to the bar, the outdoor bar, get some drinks. And then I see 2 out of the 3 girls walk by, right? That almost got stuck on Catalina. So I'm like, oh, hey. Like, did everybody make it back? Because the girl that wasn't with them was the girl that was faded, right? And they're like, oh yeah, she's just really drunk. She's in the room right now. We're getting her some food. We're gonna take her some food. She doesn't even remember stuff. We had to drag her to the room last night. I'm like, dang. I'm like, well, at least you guys made it back to the boat. Cause
Yeah.
if not, I don't know how. I don't know what was the next step from that. But I guess that's how it is when you're 21 or newly 21 and you're on a cruise. You're gonna get shit faced. After that, same old shit. Now, after 2 days, you kind of get into the same old routine, doing the same old things. So, yeah, pretty much. There was nothing else exciting after the second day because you've done everything and they're kind of doing the same thing.
So the next couple of days were kind of rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
type of deals.
you still had another comedy show, the club, pretty much it.
Gotcha.
So now it's kind of like pacing yourself, kind of, all right, I'm going to go to the room and relax a little bit, take a nap, whatever. Wednesday night was pretty dope. They had a different DJ at the club. So he was playing some some of them hits, play some of that West Coast stuff, Came down to LA, did some of that Dre and all that, and then went up to the Bay, E40, Too Short and all that.
All right.
Yeah, that was popping. It was pretty cool. And then, the last night, same old routine, and then pretty much packed to make sure you get ready to get off the boat. We got back at about 5 a.m.
So what were some of the pros and cons?
The pros was just a whole different type of feel, just being out in the middle of the ocean, just looking into the darkness at night. It's quiet. You just hear a little bit of the waves crashing on the side
Kind
of the
of a
ship.
tranquil feel to it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. You just hoping no pirates show up. But but other than that, man, yeah, that was pretty dope, especially for my first time. So that was a great experience.
And this was the Carnival Radiant.
Yes.
Okay. What were some of the cons?
Well, it was a 4-day cruise, and prior to going on the cruise, like actually being on it and experiencing it, I was like, 4 days ain't enough, but I didn't, it wasn't my thing. I was just kind of invited, right? I'm like, 4 days, because usually when I go out of the country and travel, I'm like 7 days is where it's at. But let me tell you, 4 days was more than enough, because all the activities and everything is fun, but like we said, it's rinse and repeat. And so can you imagine being on that boat for 7, 8, 9, 10 days? And it's like,
I could, but I'm a little older than you, so I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, well,
Not by much, but
it starts, I don't know. I guess I started feeling kind of like stuck.
okay.
Like I can't go anywhere. I got to eat the same food, because breakfast, I had the same food every day for breakfast,
Is the boat so big that you don't really feel like any of the motions?
You do
On the
feel
boat?
emotions.
So were there ever any points where you kind of got a little like seasick, so to speak, or okay?
There was some people in the group that did get seasick and had to take some medicines and all that. But yeah, and there was times where you felt the boat really moving, and then there was times where you didn't. Like even when you're in the club dancing, sometimes you felt the boat move. You're like, yeah.
So if it's a big enough wave and shit, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
How about pricing? How was the pricing like, man? Because you said this wasn't really like an all-inclusive thing. It was by package.
Well, it was all inclusive because just booking it, you also got the dinner and the breakfast buffets all included. The only thing that wasn't included was the drinks. And they have 2 different types of drink packages where if you just want to drink soda and water, I think that one was like $10 a day added on. But if you want the actual alcohol package, it's like $60 a day. But again, you get up to 15 drinks a day. So if you're someone like me who doesn't drink too much, that works out. And the way it works,
someone like me,
hopefully you just pass out before you get to 15, like around 13, 14, and then you're good,
Okay.
The way they do it is they charge you, like they scan your card, right? So your room key card is your card for everything. Buying your drinks, they scan it and your picture pops up on the register. They give you your drink. They print out a receipt as if you actually bought the drink. And then on the receipt, it shows you the price. Then it goes negative. Your balance is zero. You sign it, give it back. So on average, every drink was about $10.
Okay.
So if you really think and do the math, if you get 15 drinks in one day, $10 multiplied by that, that's $150 easy. So in 2 days, you made your money. You know, you got your money's worth.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how I was looking at it too. Once I saw the numbers, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, $10 a pop. But
Nice.
some people in the group didn't get the drink package. So they was actually paying every time. And I'm like, dang.
So is this something that you would recommend to other people to do as far as the specific tour that you took, the Carnival Radiant, or would you suggest a different boat tour? Boat trip, sorry.
Yeah, so ours just went to Catalina and then Ensenada. And let me tell you, I've been to Mexico now 3 times. That was my 3rd time in Ensenada. Not a fan. It wasn't nothing exciting. And as far as maybe recommending a different ship or a different cruise line, I wouldn't be able to tell you because this is my first and only one I've ever been on.
True.
But I will say this. Carnival is like the spirit of cruise lines.
That's not good advertisement.
They're the most
Spirit? Come
yeah,
on, man.
they're the affordable cruise line because the other ones are more expensive. You know, like Princess and all that. So I could only imagine that maybe those have better, I don't know, amenities and better shows, or, you know, more things to do. Maybe they have 7 pools on their ships. But I'll also say this, Radiance, which is the name of the ship for Carnival, is also their smallest ship. And I believe they got over 15 different ships.
So the bigger the ship, obviously, the more they'll pack in there for you to do.
Right.
Got it.
You know, and this ship did have like an adults only area for like swimming and all that. I didn't even go check that out.
Oh, you deprived yourself, my man.
I should have.
As a single man, god damn it, you deprived yourself.
I'm not really big on the swimming shit.
Well, with all that being said, Carnival Cruise, sorry for my friend degrading you to the level of an airline that shouldn't exist. But
It's not a knock to
it is so
The
a knock.
Carnival
What are
is
you
not.
kidding me?
All right, they're the Southwest of the
Yeah,
cruise
that's
line.
a little bit better because at least
Yeah, they're the Southwest.
Oh.
They're not like Delta, you know, or United, but they're
I mean-
Southwest. They're affordable. They're not gonna break the bank. You know, this trip total with the drink package for 4 days costed me about $1,100.
for 4 days.
Yeah.
For one person, $1,100, one person, 4 days. It's not horrible pricing.
No.
Not the greatest either. All right. We'll live with that.
Yeah.
So if you guys are ever thinking about going on a cruise for your first time, maybe take a look at Radiance.
Yeah.
Maybe check out some other boats.
And
Carnival's got plenty.
And Radiance, like I said, it went from Long Beach to Catalina, then from Catalina to Ensenada, Mexico.
Now, when it went to Ensenada, Mexico, you didn't need your passport or anything like that, or did you?
I brung mine because a lot of people kept saying that you do to
Okay.
get off the boat. When we got there, they just said to show your ID.
Okay.
So I would say to bring it just in case. And the cool thing about it is that they have speakers throughout the boat. So like when they got to Mexico and docked, they went on the loudspeaker and told you, all you need to do is do this and bring this and go down to this floor to get off,
Okay.
kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So they kind of direct you. So from that point, I knew, okay, I don't need my passport. I'll just leave it in the room.
Yeah, there's no point in risking
Yeah,
losing it. and stuff.
exactly.
Gotcha. All right.
But yeah, There's another one. If you guys maybe don't want to do 4 days, I think they have one that's only like 2 days or 3 days. And what it does, it goes from Long Beach straight to Ensenada. Then it goes back. So you don't get the whole Catalina thing. Just if you want to just try one out and just see if it's for you.
Did you get a chance to look at what the pricing would be for that one?
No, I did not, but I would assume it would be cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
By a few hundred, couple hundred maybe.
All right.
But yeah, check it out, man. Try it. And if you're not traveling, you don't have to travel by ship, but travel. Like, get out there.
Well, I'm excited, man. I've always wanted to try I wanted to try one that's truly like an all-inclusive boat tour for me and Gabby.
Yeah.
Right, me and my wife. So that's something that I'm gonna look into.
What is today your anniversary or tomorrow?
The 17th was our anniversary. So by the
17th.
time you guys watch this, it's gonna be, about maybe a week past.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 years of marriage now.
15, okay. So maybe 16, do the shit.
Right. Well, yeah, you never know. But as always, people, subscribe, share, know that you care.
Yo, what's up, man? It's Lamont back here again, your co-host. There was a few things that I wanted to touch on that I found to be interesting about the cruise. So one of the things was most of the employees that worked on the ship were actually foreigners. And I was tripped out by that because everybody had accents. And I actually asked a few of them, like, where are you guys from? One guy was from Indonesia. When I say from, it's not that he lives here now and he's just was from there. He actually still lives there. And he sent money back to take care of his family. Another guy was from Serbia. He was my bartender at the club. There was a band who consisted of a female and a male. They were both from Russia. And then somebody else was from Jamaica, this guy named Jamar, who was the DJ. So it was pretty interesting. And then I was talking to a fella, and he kind of enlightened me on how the whole employment process is with the cruise line. And they're all contractors. So you think, they just come to work, they go out with you on your 4 days, 5 days, or whatever, come back, and then they're off. No. They actually sign contracts to work for 7 months consecutive. And then they're off 2 months after they finish that contract. So I found that to be like a gut punch. I'm like, dude, 7 months on this boat? I barely got through 4 days, man. So that was an interesting fun fact as well. So yeah, just wanted to elaborate on a couple of things because I kind of botched the other episode. A little stage fright, but I'll get better. I'll get better with time. But yeah, thanks you guys for tuning in. Subscribe, share, and show that you care.